What's up, everybody, and welcome back to A Beer Day with TK. It is a rainy, humid day here in Findlay, Ohio, and Anderson and I are hanging out in the beer shed, getting ready to check out some beers. What's going on, my brother?
I'm trying to enjoy this brand new seat I bought. Hopefully it lasts longer than the last one.
It's true. Someone was a fool and bought a chair that only had a 250-pound maximum weight capacity over to the beer shed, so stuff happens, dude. You have to have the right tools for the right job, my friend. So hopefully this chair does a little better.
I'm sorry they don't rate chair in stone.
Our British fans will know. Our compadres from the British Isles will know how many stone they are. That's probably it. I remember hearing about stone for the first time back in the day. It's such a wide measurement, right? Because it's like 15 pounds or something, right?
Yeah, it's something
so
I'm
to go
not
from
sure.
1 to 2 is a massive difference, but I don't see how useful it is as a measurement. But anyway, we digress. On to the beer. Today we have Lucky Beer, formerly Lucky Buddha, I guess. A lot of you probably remember this in the other bottle. I'd had it years ago. It used to be in an emerald green bottle that actually looked like a Buddha. And now, unfortunately, we're back to a regular old bottle, which kind of sucks. Now, we think we may have figured out what's going on here. When you looked on the box, and even on the bottle here, it says that this is from, let's say, Hangzhou.
If that's how you pronounce it.
I'm probably Hangzhou, China, I think.
Yeah, Zhejang.
Nope, then I'm reading a different word altogether. This one was off of Untapped. But then when you look underneath of it, it says it's from where? New York or somewhere? Made in the USA?
It says Product USA, and it says from Lucky Drink Company Productions, brewed and bottled by Malt Brewing.
Does it say Matt? If it's Matt Brewing, that's FX Matt Brewing. That's the Saranac dudes out of New York.
Matt Brewing Company, Utica, New York.
Yeah. So they also did that Utica soft. They do soft drinks as well. So in the old days, I guess this was made in China, and now it appears as though it's made by the Matt Brewery. Like I said, the Saranac folks out of New York. Maybe that's the reason for the bottle changing. Maybe it was a lot easier to get those cool molded bottles over in China, and here we just go in plain Jane with these greenies. So I don't know. Maybe that's the reason why. Kind of an odd-looking bottle, too. I mean, when you look at it, it says, from Lucky Drink Co. Productions, Lucky Buddha, Sure Hit, Super Special, Enlightened Beer. Yeah, I don't know, man. Bit weird.
So in other words, we've been buffaloed because we thought when we bought this was a Chinese beer and thought it'd be cool to do a Chinese beer.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, nope. It's a USA beer.
Yeah. Chinese beer brewed on location, I guess. And we've seen this before. With Foster's, right, which is made in, I think, America and Canada now.
Yeah, I believe so.
And then there's some other ones, I guess the one that's still America, but the Kona Brewing out of Hawaii. Remember, there was actually a lawsuit about that we were part of that class action and got like $5 or something ridiculous. But, once again, it appears we've been hornswoggled and bamboozled. This is actually made in America. Not that obviously I'm fine, proud of American-made things. If you want a Chinese beer, you want it to be made in China. So, I don't know, it is what it is. This one comes in at 4.8% ABV, 12 IBUs. Not a whole lot else about it. I mean, when you go and look at the ratings, it doesn't do particularly great. Oh, this is a twist, okay.
You don't want to read the blurb on the back?
Man, I can't read. That's way too small. You can read it. Go ahead.
Well, it is hard to read on this cheap paper label, red and white. It says, according to ancient internet proverbs, many people believe that you receive your luck with your left hand. Drink smart.
I always drink with my left hand anyway, strangely, most of the time.
Wow, I'm going to need a church.
Even though I'm ready, it's tough to get off, isn't it? Or is it just wet?
Well, yours seemed to go easily.
Yeah. Use the shirt.
It could be just because
these labels are quite cheap, aren't they, man?
Yeah, it seems cheap just like the bottles become cheap.
Yeah. Kind of a bit of a letdown, right? Let's see, color-wise, got this poured out here. Color-wise, this is very light, pale straw, probably a 1 or 2. Quite clear, you can see through it. It's a decent amount of carbonation, nothing too crazy. Got some fine bubbles in there, looks all right. Head, we're using the jam jars here, as my man Slurpy Dave calls them. We got about 2 fingers worth of white head in here, it looks all right.
I was going to go with 1 thumb.
1 thumb? Either or. Depends whose fingers, whose thumbs, I guess.
I don't know why you have to hold it that close to your nose. I can smell it as soon as you open the bottles. It's got that skunky green bottle smell.
It's got the green Eurolager smell
Yes.
we associate with Heineken and Peroni.
And every other green bottle beer.
Now, if you hear some really abrasive and annoying noise in the background, somebody has an excavator and is digging in their yard. And we've been hearing it for hours on end, so it's a bit of a fucking annoyance at this point, but it is what it is.
But they're not just digging, they're like shaking the bucket to see how much noise they can make.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it'll be dark in a few minutes, and that'll be it for today, and we can do it again tomorrow. It's probably likely, huh?
Right.
All right.
Anyways,
getting distracted here. Pretty clear, light pale yellow. Head's dissipated, I guess, rather quickly.
yeah, my head's gone.
The smell, you do pick it up pretty right away. So, a lot of times we drink these beers and they're funky, we go with a Bismarcky. This is going to get something a little bit different. This is going to get a Skunky, and it's going to get a Peppy Le Pew. So, Skunky beers, you're getting Peppy Le Pew from here on out, and this one gets a Peppy Le Pew. You could pick it up right away. I was trying to see if you pick up anything else other than that skunk.
No, I mean, as soon as you open the bottle, it just hits you. I mean, it's really strong.
Maybe a
But
bit
now-
of that adjunct sweetness.
While
You
you're
kind of pick up from rice or corn, you kind of pick that up a little bit too.
Yeah, I have to say the skunky smell kind of dissipated while you were ranting about the
The excavator.
excavator over there
Yeah.
as he shakes the bucket. But yeah, you kind of do get that adjunct kind of.
Yeah. Not great.
I think
All
I
right.
just spilled some.
It's all right. We're outdoors, right?
Right.
Anyway, it's been a hot day here. I think it was only in the high 80s, but the humidity had been like 1,000,000,000%. It was really not that comfortable. So a nice cold beer would go down really nicely about now. Now, that's the only downside to it. When we were out, we didn't see any beers while we were out and about, which kind of sucks. But hey, let's make up for it now. Cheers. First things first, body. This is essentially water.
Water,
This is
yeah.
very light. There's really not much to it at all in that regard. Low end of the light scale. I'm thinking this is like Coors Light.
Oh, absolutely. This
Which
is very
is-
light pilsner, light beer.
Yeah.
Your macros.
Yeah, so not a lot going on there. As far as taste, I don't know. It's not a heck of a lot going on.
It doesn't taste as bad as it smells.
No,
Or smelled.
The smell is worse for sure. I think when, what does this taste to me like a billion other Eurolagers? Again, I'm not really a huge fan of them. These are fairly cold, which I think probably makes it a little more palatable.
It does help.
Although the longer this lingers in my mouth, the worse it is, dude. This is kind of tasting like absolute crap right about now. Yeah, I'm not really digging this. You pick up some vague, I guess what's supposed to be maltiness. You pick up a little bit of adjunct sweetness. I don't know if they use corn or rice or what they've made it with, but that's what it kind of tastes like. You do get like a slight pepperiness. It's not really hops, but it's like a funky, nasty kind of, I don't know, almost like a weird bitter taste that I don't really care for. I can pick it up to the back of my sinus cavity.
Is it giving you the bitter beer face?
Remember that? What was that Keystone Light?
Keystone Light, I think.
Yeah, it is. This is this is not really that pleasant, to be honest. I'm not a fan of this. So I don't know. What else? You got anything else to add on this one?
No, I mean, I think you hit it pretty much spot on. It's just a macro Euro lager. There's a lot of different names out there, but they all taste about the same as this.
I think the one crazy thing here is the bottle used to be a selling point. I'll throw up a picture of the old bottle. I have one somewhere, but I don't know where it is. I think it might be in my son's room. The old bottle was cool, and it would at least make you buy a 6-pack of this trash, and you'd probably at least feel good about yourself because, the beer sucks. You knew it wasn't going to be great, but at least I got a cool bottle out of it. Now I have a sucky beer and a sucky bottle, and it just makes you feel a little dirtier than you would if you had the cool bottle.
You know what's even worse? With the Eurolagers, at least by the time we get them over in America, they're always green bottle. They've been traveling for a while. They've sat or lightstruck, whatever. And I know from experience, you could drink a Heineken over here, and it tastes like garbage. You go over to Europe, and it's pretty decent beer. It tastes all right. It's night and day comparing the beer. But this bottle is from the U.S. It's not like it traveled very far.
It's from New York. This is like a state away.
Yeah, it didn't travel far.
Yeah.
I think they might have purposely just made it taste like garbage.
Yeah, it's not good. You know what's odd? I mean, like I said, I know I had this before. I had some check-ins on Untapped, but it was probably from 5-6 years ago. And back then, I gave them a 3 out of 5, which is kind of like a middle-of-the-road rating for me. Now, it wouldn't be that. I don't know if they've changed something as far as the recipe, or they've changed the water's different, or production's different, or what it is, or maybe my taste buds have improved or changed over the years. But this one, it doesn't do really well. Untapped, it gets a 2.97, which is usually a 3 is what I view as kind of the breaking point for a decent beer. Beer Advocate, a 2.69, overall rating 64 pour. I'd say that's a fair assessment. Now, is this undrinkable? No. It's not so bad that you'll dump it. It's not a drain pour. But it's not something, we have a 6-pack of this. It's not something, I don't know, that I would probably buy again, maybe ever.
No, I mean, if you enjoy skunked Eurolagers that have been sitting around in the sun for a while, this is probably for you.
And at that, I'd say you probably got to drink this ice cold, like Mickey's. Although I am a big Mickey's fan. The minute Mickey's hits room temperature,
You just like that big mouth.
This is terrible. This guy's been talking about this Mickey's poster he saw from the 90s or something.
I think it was like the 70s. But
was it the 70s?
I think so.
But it's now been, I guess, outlawed. One thing we didn't mention, the crown or the cap here says luck. It has, I guess, the Chinese symbols for luck.
It'd be interesting to know if that's actually what those symbols are.
I mean, I would say they are. I mean, if it was originally a Chinese brewery that's brewing through here, you probably have folks that are fluent in Mandarin or whatever, putting the symbols on there. It's not like when Americans get tattoos and it probably says God knows what, something off the menu tattooed on their neck, and I'm going to guess it's the proper symbol. So,
I would hope.
Yeah. Anyway, lucky beer. This was not very lucky for us. This sucks pretty bad. So for me, it'd be a big thumbs down.
Absolutely, I would not drink this. This is a big thumbs down too. I would not drink it again.
Yeah, we're probably going to down this as quickly as possible, lest it get any warmer and any more reprehensible. So, is what it is. 2 thumbs down on the beer, unfortunately. Hopefully, you like the video. Don't give us a thumbs down. Give us a thumbs up. Although, if you give us a thumbs down, it is what it is. It's America. I appreciate you watching and respect your opinions on whether we suck like Lucky Beer or Lucky Buddha sucks. So you do what you want, the internet. Do your thing. Anyway, thanks for watching. Again, if you want to see more stuff like this, hit subscribe. And if you have any comments or questions, if you've had Lucky Beer, in parentheses, Lucky Buddha, let me know what you think of it. Did you try it in the old days when it was in the cool bottle? Or would it come up in this thing with the paper label that's about to just peel off and rip clear in half from just touching it? I don't know. Hey, is what it is. Till next time, cheers.